Hello everyone. Today we are diving into latest Canadian immigration policy updates from December 2024 to March 2025. So if you are already in Canada or moving to Canada or just curious about the updates, then stay tuned with the video till end. I am also going to share some good news for temporary residents, so watch the video till end. Welcome back to Canada Dreams. My name is Akash and I want to thank you for watching my videos. I am expanding my channel to bring you some more valuable contents, not only just immigration policy updates, but personal finance, smart investing, real estate insight, wealth generation, and lifestyle tips. So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, subscribe now and grow with me. So now let's start today's video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about current application backlog with IRCC, then major changes in the express entry categories, then 2025 to 2027 immigration level plan released by IRCC, and the measures to reduce temporary residents by 5% of Canada's population, then the Rural and Francophone Community Immigration Pilot Program, and at the end, I'm going to share the good news for temporary residents. Now, first let's talk about the significant reduction in the immigration backlog. As of February 2025, the IRCC managed to cut backlog by 50,200 applications, following a reduction of 64,000 in the previous month. So, here is the graph that shows the reduction from November 2024 to January 2025. So, with the backlog of 42,000 in January, that is up from 40,600 in December. So this citizenship category remains relatively stable with total of 196,000 applications within service standards. Now the backlog percentage is around 18% of the pool. Now permanent residency. So permanent residency backlog increased from 344,000 to 356,000. And there is a notable decrease in temporary residency from 557,000 to 493,000. So it shows that they are improving in the backlog. In January 2025, IRCC made 41,000 decisions across various lines, welcoming 33,900 new permanent residents. Additionally, from April 2024 to January 2025, almost 300,000 new citizens were welcomed, and Immigration Department finalized 66,000 study permit applications and 138,000 work permit applications, indicating active processing efforts as per Canada.ca. Now there are almost 1.18 million applications with IRCC within service standards, and majority of them are from permanent residency and temporary residence applications. Now what is service standards? So service standards for IRCC is expected time frame for processing any applications under the normal circumstances. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is major changes in the express entry categories. Now in February 2025, IRCC has announced an express entry draw, and the focus was on inviting candidates with experience working in Canada, particularly in the sectors facing labor shortages. These categories include healthcare, trades, education, as well as the candidates with the strong French skills. Express entry categories are determined by IRCC with consideration to Canada's economic and demographic goals. So now, these are the current categories on the left-hand side, which are French language proficiency, healthcare, agriculture, STEM occupations, trade occupations, and education occupations. Now the focus in 2025 is on French language proficiency, healthcare, trade occupations, and education occupations for the express entry draws. Now what are the changes then? So existing category have seen several occupations that have been added and a number of them have been removed. So as shown in the table, for the healthcare and social services, there are 8 occupations added and 6 of them are removed. For STEM, 6 of them are added and 19 of them are removed. For trade occupations, 19 occupations are added and none of them were removed. For agriculture, 0 added and 2 of them are removed. Now, most occupation-based categories follow labor market demand and are included in the express entry system due to Canada's need to increase the number of workers in the critical areas. These occupations are usually ones in which workers in Canada are not available or that require immigration to fill this labor gap. Now, let's move on to 2025 to 2027 immigration level plan. Canada continues to be a top destination for immigrants with nearly 500,000 immigrants arriving annually. As of 2023 data, over 8 million immigrants with permanent residence live in Canada, making up about 20% of the total populations. Now, this pie chart shows the distribution of immigrants in Canada by region by birth. So the majority come from Asia, followed by Africa, Europe, and Americas. So almost 50% of the immigrants' populations are from Asia. Now, over 3 years, Canada is planning to have balance in the economic growth and sustainable immigration level. Now, over next 3 years, Canada is targeting reduction in temporary residence volumes by reducing it to 5% of Canada's population by end of 2025. And how will they do it? So here, as you can see in the slide, the international student cap is about 10% reduction in 2025 compared to 2024, and that continues for the next following years too. Now, post-graduation work permit. So IRCC has tightened the eligibility requirement for post-graduation work permit to better align the program with this goal. Also, by limiting the work permits for spouses of temporary residents. So IRCC is tightening the work permit eligibility for the spouses of international students and temporary foreign workers. So Canada's temporary population will decrease over next few years as significantly more temporary residents will transition to permanent residence or they will leave Canada. Specifically compared to each previous year, Canada will see temporary population decline by 446,000 in 2025 and the same amount of population in 2026, but there will be modest increase of about 17,439 in 2027. Now let's go on to our next topic, which is rural and francophone community immigration pilots in 2025. So rural and francophone minority communities make vital contributions to Canada's economy and culture, but they frequently face unique labor market and demographic challenges as the majority of Canadian and newcomers settle in the Canada's urban centers. So these pilot programs will provide 18 communities with the permanent residence pathway to attract and retain newcomers who can fill the key jobs and who want to live long term in these areas. So these are the category for the rural community program. Now, to strengthen francophone communities outside of Quebec and support their economic prosperity, there are few programs designed for particularly for francophone communities, and you can check it out also in the description box below. And this francophone immigration will represent 9% in 2025, 9.5% in 2026, and 10% in 2027. Now you can check it out if you are eligible to apply in any of these rural community programs. If you are eligible, then apply for the permanent residency, and while you are waiting, you can also apply for the work permit. So the link is in the description box below. Just check it out. Now it's time for a good news. So more than 40% of PR admissions in 2025 will be from those who are already in Canada. And 62% of PR applications will be from the economic class in the key sectors as we mentioned healthcare, trades, STEM, and the agriculture. And then 24% of the PR is allocated to the family class in 2025. And now that brings to the end of this video. So if you are already in Canada and have a good job and contributing to the economy of the Canada, then there are high chances that you will get your permanent residency sooner or later because these programs are designed in that way. Okay, so stay tuned for my upcoming videos and I hope you enjoy this video.